Good day to my thesis advisor, Ma'am Christine Joy Ilustre, to the panelists, Ma'am Conces Dayan Fahardin Maed, Sir Nathaniel Bangok Maed, and Sir Johnny Paul Fortaliza Maed. I am Pearly Lumbay and I would like to greet you all a pleasant day. I will be presenting my proposed study entitled Student Speaking Anxiety in Academic Speaking Class and Perceptions of Teachers About Student Proficiency in English Language. Introduction. Speaking is a verbal communication which utilizes individuals in their social relation. Through speaking, individuals can express their opinions, thoughts, and emotions to other people. Speech therapist Margarita Linarfield describes speaking anxiety as something that has great impact on one's self-confidence since it often makes one experience failure when not being able to speak out and show what one knows. Irregular heartbeat, perspiration, stumbling, and an inability to act are few symptoms that blocks one's capacity to act and speak. Linarfield explains that these issues often turns into a vicious circle because one bad experience from speaking often becomes a reminder when the next opportunity arises. If a student with speaking anxiety experiences failure, he or she will rather remain quiet than take the risk of failing again. The theoretical framework of my study. The related theory are integrative motivation theory by Gardner's, cognitive theory by Piaget, communicative approach by Chang 2011. Integrative theory, motivation is a central concept of the social educational model and it has a social dimension that reflects the individual's reaction to others' language communities. Cognitive theory. The fear of public speaking is not going to physically hurt, but your pride and self-esteem may be damaged. The cognitive theory explains that illogical thoughts create anxiety as well. Communicative approach. It emphasizes on the fluency of grammar and the goal of this is to achieve communicative competencies. Next, the conceptual framework of my study. Independent variable. The independent variable is student speaking anxiety in academic speaking class. Dependent variable. The independent variable is perceptions of teachers about student proficiency in English language. Next, I will going to present to you the statement of the problem of my study. This study deals with the student speaking anxiety in academic speaking class and perceptions of teachers about student proficiency in English language. More specifically, this study aimed to answer the following questions. First, what are the levels of student speaking anxiety in academic speaking class? Second, what are the perceptions of teachers about the student proficiency in English language? Third, is there a significant relationship between student speaking anxiety in academic speaking class and perceptions of teachers about student proficiency in English language? The significance of the study. The result of the study could help the following. The school administrator, it could help the teachers, it could help the students, the researchers, and the future researcher. The scope and the delimitation. The study will be delimited only to 50 BE and third-year students and 5 English teachers of Ramon Magsaysay Memorial Colleges Barbell Incorporated. For the selected participants, the researcher will use random sampling. The definition of terms of the study. The term below guides the readers in reading and understanding the research. Some definitions are provided as following. The speaking anxiety, proficiency, English language, RMMCMI, and perceptions. The review-related literature and studies. The foreign literature of speaking anxiety. According to the Yanni 2019, communication is foreign language sometimes can be stressful activity for the learners because they are using their first or mother tongue language and they have to speak the language that is not their first or mother tongue. Speaking is one of the English skills that could deliver and express the ideas of communicant. Speaking in the target language seems to be a threatening aspect of foreign language learning. The learners also have a small chance to practice English outside the classroom because English is not their first language, which can make the students feel anxious in English language learning, especially in speaking skill regarding to small chances to practice it. The foreign literature of English language proficiency. According to Hernania, Hamed, Nerkamto, 2018, immense bodies of research are incredibly increased in the field of teaching English. Learning English is commoditized and teaching English can be justified professional occupation, in line with the rapid demands of learning shaped by the rapid world we lived in. Teaching methods therefore manifest extreme malleability to accommodate a variety of required levels of proficiency in English. In the very general terms, and for the ease of understanding, dimensions of language proficiency can be explained as one's ability to use language for a variety of communicative purposes. Now I'm going to present to you the methodology of the study. This chapter presents the research design, local, respondents, statistical treatment, and the research instruments. Research design. The method that I will going to use is descriptive method. Descriptive survey research method was employed to analyze and interpret the result of the study. It was considered appropriate because it described the nature of the research based on the perceived condition and status of some simple observable situation according to Costales and Zulueta 2003. The research local. This study will be conducted at Ramon Magsaysay Memorial College's Marbel Incorporated. RMMCMI is a premier learner-centered institution committed to quality standard and innovative development. The researchers choose this location because of its convenience to the study and to the respondents. The respondents of the study. The respondents of the study will be 50 third-year students who is taking Bachelor of Elementary Education major in Generalist, and 5 English teacher of Ramon Magsaysay Memorial Colleges Marbel Incorporated. The total respondent of this study is 55. The respondents of this study will determine using a random sampling technique. The statistical treatment. The researchers will utilize the statistical tools to treat the raw data. To determine the student's speaking anxiety in academic speaking class and perceptions of teachers about student proficiency in English language. In the last one, the research instruments. The questionnaire of the study is adopted from the study of Horwitz 1986. The questionnaire was consist of 20 questions. The table 1 is for the student's speaking anxiety, and the table 2 is for the teacher's perceptions. The researcher will gather the questionnaire through Google Forms. Likert scale will be used in answering the questions. And that's the end of my presentation. Thank you for listening. The room is now open for the questions, suggestions, and recommendations.